why a book? How did that come about?
Well, it seemed to make sense, you know. It seemed to be that bringing these things together in my studio, reading the poems, looking at the watercolors, how can we package this in some way that we can give it to people?
You know, I just think people have a lot more capacity to do creative things than they often give themselves permission to do. I had managed with Garth's help, and because of the luck of having a fellowship and being able to take a little time off from work, to give myself permission to just do something I might not have thought possible a couple of years earlier. And that was really energizing. And the people who saw the work that summer, you know, it gave them a lot of energy. And we thought, well, this would be exciting to publish.
The thing has grown and taken on shape and form that, you know, we didn't think out to begin with. As things do if you're being creative. You know.
Now, how did the music element come into play?
We invited Shirish Corday out and had a visit. And
well, but I think before that happened, Leela had brought home 2 CDs of his music and said to me, you know, there's this composer who is interested in doing something, you know, I don't know, but let's listen to his music. And I put on one of these CDs and I was spellbound.
It's absolutely beautiful.
It's beautiful music, and I was sort of, you know, I mean, it strange music, unusual, not familiar at all, and yet I thought that this sounded like what my watercolors might sound like, you know, if they could make a noise. You know.
Nice.
At least I hope they would.
I asked him at one point, you know, what was it about the poems that intrigued you? And he said, well, a number of things, but he said, I really like the way you use silence in your writing, and that's something I'm working with in my music. And when he said that, it really made sense. I mean, that is actually something I'm thinking about, particularly in poetry, where you're working with a line break, not necessarily the break of a sentence. So you're working with the white space on the page very differently. And you're also, I think, in poetry, of course, working with rhythm, you know, and the musical aspect of language very directly. But sitting down with Shirish and then the cellist that he works with, Jan Mueller-Zeras, was also just exciting and humbling. When Garth, Shirish, Jan, and myself, we literally sat in Shirish's studio and said, now what do we do? And we all laughed. We said, none of us know what we're doing. But then we just started trying things out, and it was amazing to watch Shirish working. You know, he would literally say, Jan, you play this, Leela, start reading. And he was sort of composing us, right? And it was extraordinary.
It was fascinating to watch him, you know, bring something into being that wasn't there before, just from the music and the words, and you know, just kind of coaxing. But really, I was intrigued.
Thank you.
That's Merlin. Did we talk about that?